In the quiet corners of your heart, there's a stirring, a feeling that something monumental is about to unfold. You're standing at the edge of a moment that could change everything. A moment where the heavens are aligning to show you a truth that has been hidden for far too long. You might feel tears welling up, not because you're weak or broken, but because the weight of this divine revelation is pressing against your soul. This isn't about sadness. It's about the unveiling of something so sacred, so powerful, that it will confirm every suspicion you've ever had. The veil that has clouded your path is about to be lifted, and what you'll see on the other side will leave you in awe. Archangel Michael, the mighty warrior of heaven, has stepped forward with a sense of urgency that vibrates through the spiritual realm. This urgency isn't rooted in anger or judgment, but in a holy determination to deliver a message you can no longer ignore. There's something critical you need to know, something that has been buried beneath layers of lies, betrayal, and spiritual attacks. This truth, if left undiscovered, could alter the course of your future in ways that would be difficult to undo. God Himself is speaking to you, urging you to act now, to open the door that stands before you. There's no more time for hesitation, no more room for doubt. The angels are gathered at the threshold of your destiny, waiting for you to respond. One more moment of delay could cost you more than you can imagine. You are not just anyone. You are chosen, a bearer of divine light, a soul with unmatched strength in the spirit. The attacks you've faced, the pressure, the confusion, the heaviness aren't signs of your weakness, but evidence of your power. Have you felt it? The mounting tension around you, the way this season has tried to suffocate your hope. It's not random. It's not coincidence. Everything around you has been working to silence the truth, to keep you from stepping into the fullness of who you were created to be. But that silence is breaking. God is moving, and He is exposing someone, a woman who has played a role in holding you back. This woman, the one God is revealing, has been a shadow over your life for far too long. She walks with a mask of humility, but her heart is consumed by jealousy. She speaks with kindness to your face, but behind your back, her words are laced with curses. You felt the sting of her betrayal, the fog of confusion after every interaction, the unshakable guilt that lingers when you've given her your trust. That wasn't love. That wasn't friendship. That was sabotage, carefully disguised as connection. God allowed it for a season, not to harm you, but to prepare you for this moment of clarity. Now, as the truth unfolds, you can feel it in your spirit, the shaking, the burning, the sudden awareness. This isn't anxiety, it's divine confirmation. Heaven is speaking directly to you. You've been too quiet for too long. You've dimmed your light, bitten your tongue, and tolerated things that were never part of your divine purpose. Every time you tried to break free, her influence sent confusion to block your path. But that ends now. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword, and the heavens are roaring with a declaration that the silence is over. This woman has lied about you, spread stories behind your back, and worked to dim your glow because she could never match your light. She's manipulated those around you, sowing doubt and division, all to keep you one step behind your blessing. But God has been watching, and He's ready to act. You've wondered why doors closed unexpectedly, why relationships crumbled without warning, why people who once supported you turned away. It was her words, her energy, her jealousy. They've been the unseen force behind your struggles. But God was never absent. Even in your darkest moments, when you felt abandoned, when your prayers seemed to hit a wall, when you cried alone in the middle of the night, He was there. He was silent, but He was working. He gave her time to repent, space to turn back, but she chose to deepen her deception. Now, her season of secrecy is over, and God is bringing everything into the light. Archangel Michael is urging you to act before the door closes forever. This door isn't just any door, it's a divine opportunity, a gateway to restoration. Behind it lies the healing of your health, the recovery of your finances, the renewal of your relationships, and the clarity of your spiritual purpose. Everything you've lost, everything you've been denied, is waiting for you to claim it. But you must say yes. Yes to the exposure of her lies. Yes to breaking free from her influence. Yes to the assignment God gave you long before she ever entered your life. This isn't about revenge. It's about realignment with your divine purpose. The warfare you've faced has been intense because it's been spiritual. The delays, the resistance, the confusion, they were never just about personality clashes or bad luck. There were spirits attached to her words, darkness masquerading as light. You've been under a spell of confusion, but that spell is breaking. Now, can you feel it? The clarity rising in your chest, the sudden understanding that things aren't what they seemed. That's the Holy Spirit moving, whispering for you to step away from her energy, to break free from the manipulation, to let go of the guilt you've carried. You don't owe her anything. She wasn't sent by heaven. She was a distraction planted to derail you. Her removal will feel like a loss at first. It might even feel like grief because you invested so much of yourself in this connection. You tried to fix it, to give her the benefit of the doubt, to make it work. But God is clear. You were never meant to fix what He is removing. Let go of the guilt. Let go of the need for her approval. She is being judged, not because God is cruel, but because His justice is perfect. When her actions are exposed, people will come to you. They'll apologize, confess their mistakes, and admit they should have believed you. But don't gloat. Don't seek revenge. Walk away in peace and let God handle the rest. What's coming next will take your breath away. You'll cry again, but this time it won't be from pain. It will be from awe at how God has protected you, how He's redirected what was meant to destroy you, how He's turned rejection into divine redirection. Doors will open with ease. The heaviness on your shoulders will lift. You'll laugh again, dance again, trust again. The angels have placed a barrier around you, and her attempts to re-enter your life through gifts, messages, or mutual connections will fail. God has revoked her access. He's blessing you publicly now, elevating you, sending angels to announce your name. Those who doubted you will honor you, and no force in hell can overturn what God has declared. The urgency you feel is divine. The moment is now. The breakthrough is immediate, but the window is short. Don't let fear or doubt hold you back. Open the door before the cycle of pain repeats, before your heart hardens, before you lose the sensitivity to God's voice. He's knocking, calling, inviting you to step into what He's prepared. You've waited long enough. You've questioned long enough. You've fought long enough. Now it's time to walk forward and let God restore what was stolen, heal what was broken, and reveal what was hidden. This woman's exposure is your liberation. God is freeing you from the false narrative she created, resurrecting the version of you that never doubted your power. He's awakening the dreamer, the warrior, the royal within you. You are His child, His chosen, His beloved. No weapon, no whisper, no woman formed against you will prosper. This message comes from the highest place in heaven, carrying the tears of Archangel Michael, who has fought for you more than you'll ever know. You're so close to everything God has prepared, but you must act now. Open the door. Don't delay. This door isn't just a physical place. It's a spiritual threshold. You've sensed in the quiet moments of your life. You've felt its pull, heard its call in the stillness of the night. That was God. That was Michael. That was heaven urging you to step forward. You've hesitated out of fear, thinking you weren't ready, but the delay is over. Archangel Michael has guarded this door your entire life, standing against every force that tried to destroy you. He stopped accidents, exposed betrayals, and deflected attacks you never even knew about. Now He's crying out, not in sorrow, but in anticipation of what's behind that door, the destiny written in the scroll of your life, sealed in God's fireproof glory. You've been watched, not just by God, but by enemies disguised as friends. They've trembled at the thought of you discovering your true identities, that you're not average, not forgotten, not cursed, but a royal priesthood, a carrier of miracles. Set apart from the moment God breathed life into you, the world has lied to you, telling you your pain was punishment, but God says it was proof of your purpose. Closed doors weren't rejection, they were redirection. Heaven's silence wasn't absence, it was God rewriting the enemy's plans with His permanent ink. Now it's safe. Now is your moment. Open the door and claim your inheritance: peace, joy, clarity, and a love that doesn't hurt. God isn't asking for perfection, just willingness. Willingness to trust Him, to pray through your fear, to worship through your tears, to believe it's not too late. He's sending people to lift you up, removing those who secretly wished for your failure. Fear may rise as you take the first step, but it can't follow where you're going. Your faith, even as small as a mustard seed, is enough to move mountains. You've survived storms others couldn't, and that resilience moves God's heart. You're not weak. You're the one who breaks chains, changes stories, and chooses peace over dysfunction. That's why the attacks have intensified, because you're so close to the door. This is a holy moment. Heaven is watching. Michael is watching. God is watching. They're not looking for perfection, just your heart. Will you open the door and let God flood your life with His promises? Will you say yes, even when fear screams no? God will never lie to you, never leave you, never change His mind about you. This is your moment to rise, to claim what's yours, to receive what He's already paid for. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of your true story. Open the door, beloved. Step in. Watch what happens when you trust God with everything. You are safe. You are seen. You are His. Asterisk, asterisk, is a holy moment. Heaven is watching. Michael is watching. God is watching. They're not looking for perfection, just your heart. Will you open the door and let God flood your life with His promises? Will you say yes, even when fear screams no? God will never lie to you, never leave you, never change His mind about you. This is your moment to rise, to claim what's yours, to receive what He's already paid for. This isn't the end. Step in, watch what happens when you trust God with everything. You are safe. You are seen. You are His. Asterisk, the moment you choose to open that door, beloved. You're stepping into a divine shift that has been orchestrated since the beginning of time. Every tear you've shed, every wound you've carried, every moment you felt unseen or unworthy, they were all leading you to this sacred threshold. This isn't just a new chapter. Her influence is fading, her access revoked, and the chains she helped forge around your heart are breaking apart. But what lies ahead is so much greater than what you're leaving behind. As you step through this door, you'll feel a shift in the atmosphere. The heaviness that once clung to your spirit will begin to lift, like fog burning away under the morning sun. You'll sense a clarity that feels almost unfamiliar, knowing that settles deep in your bones, reminding you who you are and why you're here. God is not just exposing the lies that held you back. He's revealing the truth of your identity. You are not defined by the betrayals, the closed doors, or the whispers of those who didn't understand your worth. You are defined by the one who created you, who called you His own, who set you apart for a purpose so radiant it terrifies the forces of darkness. This journey forward won't be without its challenges, but they won't be the same as before. The battles you fought in the past were heavy because they were designed to keep you small, to keep you doubting, to keep you from this very moment. Now, as you walk through the door, you're stepping into a season of divine alignment. The attacks may still come, but they will not have the same power. Archangel Michael stands guard, his sword of light blazing, ensuring that no weapon formed against you will prosper. You are protected, not just by angels, but by the very promise of God Himself. He has declared your victory, and no lie, no scheme, no enemy can overturn what He has spoken. You might wonder what this new season will look like. It's not just about material blessings, though God will provide for your needs in ways that will leave you in awe. It's about the restoration of your soul, the peace that settles your anxious thoughts, the joy that bubbles up without explanation, the confidence that replaces every doubt you've carried. You'll find yourself dreaming again, not just small dreams, but bold. The people God is bringing into your life will honor your light, not try to dim it. They'll celebrate your victories, not secretly resent them. They'll see you the way God sees you, chosen, worthy, and unstoppable. But here's what you must hold on to. This moment requires your active participation. God is knocking, but He won't force the door open. He's given you free will, because true love never demands, it invites. He's inviting you now to trust Him, to let go of the fear that's whispering, you're not ready, not worthy, not enough. Don't let those lies steal this moment. You are ready because God says you are. You are worthy because He made you so. All He asks is that you take the step, that you say yes, that you trust Him to lead you into the unknown. As you move forward, you'll notice something remarkable. The things that once triggered pain memories of betrayal, moments of rejection will lose their sting. He's rewriting the story of your past, showing you how every closed door was a redirection to something better, how every tear was a seed planted for a harvest of joy. You'll see how He was working in the silence, orchestrating moments you couldn't see, protecting you from dangers you didn't know existed. You'll understand why certain relationships ended, why certain opportunities slipped away, They weren't meant for you because they couldn't contain the fullness of what God has planned. This woman, the one God is exposing, will try to hold onto her influence. She may reach out with apologies that feel hollow, with gestures that seem sincere, but carry the same old energy of manipulation. Be discerning. God has already shown you her heart, and He's warning you not to let her back in. The door He's opening for you is not one she can walk through. Her season in your life is over, and her attempts to regain control are futile. Trust the boundaries God is setting. Trust the clarity He's giving you. Trust that He's removing what doesn't belong so He can bring what does. In this new season, you'll find your voice again. You've been silent for too long, holding back words that were meant to be spoken, dreams that were meant to be pursued, truths that were meant to be declared. You are not just a survivor of spiritual warfare. You are a warrior, anointed to break chains, not just in your life, but in the lives of those around you. Your obedience to this momentary choice to open the door will ripple through generations. The curses that have plagued your family, the patterns of pain that seemed unbreakable, will end with you. Your children's children inherit the blessings of this decision. You might feel a tremble in your spirit as you stand at this door. That's okay. It's not doubt. It's the weight of the sacred. You're standing on holy ground, and heaven is holding its breath, waiting for your response. Archangel Michael is kneeling, not in defeat, but in reverence for the magnitude of what's unfolding. He's seen the scroll of your life, the destiny God wrote for you, and He knows what's at stake. He's fought battles for you that you'll only understand when you see Him face to face in eternity. For now, trust His urgency, trust His tears, trust His call to act. This is your moment to rise, to step into the fullness of who you were created to be. God is not asking you to have it all figured out. He's not asking for perfection or a flawless plan. He's asking for your heart, your trust, your willingness to move forward, even when you can't see the whole path. He's promising to light the way, one step at a time. He's promising to restore what was stolen, to heal what was broken, to reveal what was hidden. The woman who tried to curse what God blessed will face His justice, but that's not your burden to carry. Your role is to walk forward, to embrace the freedom He's offering, to claim the inheritance that's already yours as you step through this door. You'll feel the wind of heaven at your back, pushing you forward. You'll hear the sound of chains snapping, not just in your waking life, but in your dreams. You'll laugh with a lightness you haven't felt in years. You'll dance with a freedom that feels like home. You'll trust with a heart that's been made whole. And when you look back, you'll see how every moment of pain was preparation, how every moment of loss was a setup for gain, how every moment of darkness was leading you to this light. You are not just stepping into a new season. You are stepping into the truth of who you are, a child of God, a carrier of His glory, a vessel of His miracles. This is your invitation to rise, beloved. The door is open, and the time is now. Don't let fear speak louder than God's promise. Don't let the past hold you back from the future He's prepared. You've cried enough, waited enough, suffered enough. Now it's time to receive what He's promised. Open the door, step through, and watch what happens when you trust Him with everything. If this message has touched your heart and ignited a spark of hope within you, please like and subscribe to stay connected for more moments of divine inspiration and encouragement. Your support helps keep this message alive, reaching others who need to hear it. And if you feel led to go a step further, a super thanks of $20 would mean the world. It's a beautiful way to show your love and help us continue sharing these powerful truths. I'm sending you so much love, beloved. Arsene, you are valued, and you are deeply cherished by the one who created you. Keep shining, because your light is transforming lives.